should you focus on listening first or reading when starting to like age it, right? So you probably see a lot of people that say that listening first is actually best if you want to talk, but like there are some people that say that reading is actually best because you are going to acquire more vocabulary easier, right? And at the end of the day, probably the answer that you will find in most videos is just to start with what you will stick to, right? So I kind of agree with this, which is that if you want to stick to it, it doesn't matter how efficient it is. So for me, I actually don't like watching YouTube videos, so I won't actually watch YouTube videos. So I actually just watch anime, uh, read manga, and then just watch some YouTube podcast, and that's kind of it, right? So now the real answer for me is just to start with both of them. So just watch whatever anime, video, drama, and put subtitles on it. So this is actually, I think that the best kind of like the best way to start, at least for me, right? Because you're actually practicing listening and you're actually reading, right? So I actually wouldn't say to just focus on like one of them, because if you focus just on listening, you're not actually going to obtain that much benefits from it, because you actually then have to learn how to read the hiragana, katakana, and kanjis, and like that's actually kind of a pain. I will actually want to go. I will actually want to learn how to read first, because it's just a pain to do that after, right? So I will actually do the things that are more difficult right now, and then do the things that are more easier later, right? So that's actually what I did on my language when I started to learn Japanese. So I did almost all of the things that are kind of painful at the start, and then later on, that's when I actually did a lot of listening coupled with reading, right? I actually don't recommend to do just reading because it's actually not efficient. I think that reading at the start, it's not efficient. Why I say that it's not efficient? Because you're actually reading like so fucking slow that if you watch an anime reading at the speed, actually people talk like faster than you can read. So like if people are talking faster than you can read, that is just not efficient, at least for me, right? So if you really like reading, you should probably do reading and then focus on some listening later, right? But that is just if you like a lot reading, right? So that's kind of it. But if you don't like reading and there's people that say to you that you should focus on reading, you should not focus on reading. Like I actually don't think that's the way you should go about it. You should probably go about it with a video with subtitles, drama with subtitles, anime with subtitles. That's probably the way you should go about it if you actually want to be efficient at the start. Now, in the long term, you probably just want to be reading, because in the long term, reading is probably more efficient when you get to a point in which you can read faster than the people can talk, right? So people talk in Japanese on around of like 150 to 200 words per minute. So if you can read faster than that, it's probably just more efficient to read. Either way, reading is actually the most efficient thing when it comes to acquiring vocabulary. That's actually true. I think that that's actually true because I acquired a lot of vocabulary when I started reading in my English. So like I am actually planning to read a lot of manga, a lot of like novels when I actually get to a good point in my reading speed, right? So right now I'm probably at, I don't know, maybe 120 words per minute. So like I'm not quite there yet. So I probably will start reading when I get to 200 words per minute, which that will probably be finishing this year maybe, or starting next year, maybe in February or January, probably on around of that. So in summary, just actually depends on your goals, honestly. So if you're trying to speak real quick, maybe listening might help. The same with training, right? So that is just how it works. So if you want to like speak real quick, maybe just listen to a lot of podcasts and like listen to anime even without subtitles if you just want to speak. But I mean, if you want to be fluent in the language in general, maybe what you want to do is just do both of them, anyways, because either way you're going to go, you need to go through both of them in order to actually be fluent on the language. So that's kind of it, right? So, I mean, that's kind of it, and I hope that this video was helpful to you. Thank you.